All right, so today we get to introduce a new Can-Am tool for removing the secondary roller pins out of what we like to just simply call the 3-roller style secondary clutches. So if your UTV has 3 rollers in the secondary under the helix, then this pin removing tool is for you. Don't forget about Hunterworks Can-Am belts, best on the planet. Check them out, get you some. Okay, so without further ado, here is our version of the Can-Am secondary roller pin removing tool. That is a long description words there. But anyway, here's our tool. Now you'll see that it differs slightly than probably one of the more popular style tools out there. One that's a little bit longer, but it's got this extra little plate here. Okay, so these I've seen Amazon, I've seen other places. I'm sure they probably all come from the same place. But not high on the Chinese made stuff. Ours is made right in the United States. But our biggest drawback to this particular tool, and is the reason we made our own, to be honest with you, is because it's a 2-wrench operation. So, and you really need 3 hands, and you need, once this is on your secondary, and hopefully on one of our compressors to hold secondary in place, you really need to kind of put your hand on this and do your wrenching, and you can't do that with this. It's a 2-wrench. I hated it, and FYI, don't be using impacts on it. Don't hold it, the nut with one and the head of this impact. Trust me, just don't want to do that. All right, second style of tool that I do not care for is a slide hammer style. Why? I mean, one is because it has the potential to be moved and not hold right, and what are you going to hold a secondary with while you're holding all of this? And the main thing is you got that little 4mm screw here in the end that's trying to pull that pin with, and any torque either direction, you're going to snap it off, and then you're going to have a mess. So I'm just not for the slide hammer style. I know it can be done, but you just got to be a lot more careful. All right, so basically what we did is we took steel rod and we CNC machined it. That's one of the reasons ours costs so much, is all the CNC. We did not use a low-grade bolt, machine threads off, etc. We started off with a smooth rod. We put flats on each side. Of course, we tapped 4mm. We threaded the rod. All right, so what this allows you to do is when it is on the secondary, and we'll make a how to use video and how to swap to hopefully Hunterworks Can-Am rollers, best on the planet on them, of course. But nonetheless, is when you screw this in the secondary, then you just take your tool. I have to demonstrate by hand. You can watch video. We'll link it below on how to actually use it. But this will be screwed into your secondary, and you slide this over and go on the flat. And it's a little more difficult in my hands than on it. And then you put your nut on there, and I'm going to turn this over because it wouldn't fall out on the clutch. Now, it being on the clutch, you can take, I use a ratchet and then just one wrench it. I had our secondary apart for months waiting on the actual tools to come, and so today was the day I had to put mine back together. I had to put some rollers in it, etc. And I was using a little sample tool, which is what this is. I was like, good God, we nailed it. This thing is just so easy to use and easy to pull those pins out. And like I said, I'm not necessarily dogging other tools, but one of the reasons, and the main reason we come up with our own tools, is if something's not available that we could purchase for resale and it's aggravating to use and we think we can make it better, then that's what we do. And so this is just yet another one of those, but made right here in the USA. Its price is going to fall in between the Chinese and then the American, which I'm not sure that it's really American tool on price that you see available out there. So check it out. I think you'll be in love with it once you start using it. And like I said, don't forget our belts, and please don't forget the old secondary rollers for your 3-roller style clutch. If I can help it in any way, Todd at Hunterworks.com. Appreciate you guys.